Welcome to episode 329 of Flights.
Football.
Anything else?
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike.
That was
How you doing, Dave?
Better than most, not as good as some. How are you doing?
I was doing good till you blew my left finger out.
Just like, hello.
So,
Woo.
anyway.
All right. I was excited.
I bet.
It's going to be a great episode.
Let's hope. We
Yeah.
got the music. You got the new countdown feature.
Yeah.
You know, all things being equal. It's a great start.
Yeah.
To a great, and we just fucked it up right there. I always have this fucker silenced, and here it's going off.
That's all right. Makes it interesting.
And now I can't get the screen on. But that, folks, if you're joining us, I'm looking at my screen, but that's by design because I got to mute it. Otherwise, it'll be annoying all night. There, muted. We're good.
Boom.
All right. Good show. Thanks to Mike, and Herb for filling in for me.
Thank you very much.
Herb, low talk.
He's very low talker, or as you said for the Seinfeld reference, but very calm. He's a calm talker.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
Nothing overly egregious. I just wanted to correct when you guys went inside the ropes briefly. You were talking WrestleMania, and you said that you could watch it on the 18th and 19th on ESPN. The first hour for the first time ever is free on Saturday on ESPN. First hour on Sunday is free on ESPN. Then you still have to have the ESPN Plus package to view hours 2, 3, and 4 each night.
Got it.
But it is on ESPN for free for the first hour of WrestleMania.
So they rope you in for the first hour,
Yes.
and then you're like, God, I got to turn this off, or I got to,
pony up the money.
Yeah.
So
that's,
I wonder now. See, that's kind of a beef with me. So because I've paid for the package. So, do you think I'll get a 1 hour credit somewhere down the line because I didn't need the package for the first hour of WrestleMania?
You should.
I should. That's just like.
As a loyal customer.
And that's what, be it yard companies, TV companies, streaming services, whatever. Hey, for our new customers, handies for a month behind your local McDonald's dumpster and 3 free months of Stars movie channel. All right, well, I've been part of your platform for 22 years. What do I get?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just keep paying the price, stupid. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
So are we meeting up at your house for Mania? 18th and 19th. I don't think we could do the 18th because Violet, Kelsey, and Justin are going away, so Liz and I will have Violet that weekend, but probably not on Sunday. So we could probably do Sunday. Saturday, I'll probably have to either watch it after the fact because Nurse Rachel, Miss Rachel, or what's the other thing she watches? Oh, that'll monopolize all our TVs on Saturday. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, no viewing. Right. It's all about Violet.
Correct.
Yes, 100%. The other thing, before WrestleMania comes on, just as long as we're talking about April 19th, is the fundraiser at MLS High School, the Great Lakes Bay Area game. It's a charity basketball game for the B4 Foundation. So should be good fun. They keep upping the ante every year. I guess they have prizes and contests and just make it kind of an all-around fun activity.
Is Danny Go another kid show, Nate?
Oh, there we go.
She doesn't watch either one of those. She watches the Baby Shark, Miss Rachel, and then there's one other one she watches I can't think
Dora
of.
the Explorer?
No, she doesn't watch Dora.
Okay.
Not at our house, she doesn't.
Gotcha.
So, anywho.
All right. Your trip?
Yeah.
Or later?
We had an awesome time.
Good.
I think that's the 8th time we've been to Europe. And I don't think Brussels will be in the top there's no way it's in the top 5.
Gotcha.
And it was nothing against it. It was just didn't measure up to
Okay.
Edinburgh, and I don't pronounce that the way the locals would. London,
Sure.
Prague,
Yeah.
Nuremberg, Portugal, Paris.
Look at you. Say that with
So-
a pinky up.
So look, so at best it's 7th.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So,
Well, I would think like Prague and Brussels would kind of be similar,
not
but
even close.
okay. So what about Prague? If somebody's thinking about going,
There's castles, and it was just a
okay.
little more. Brussels actually was almost like an American city. I mean,
Oh,
it was,
okay.
Yeah, it was just.
Gotcha.
And
Did
again,
you have
we
to,
weren't disappointed in any way, shape, or form. It was just
right? Did you have to go out into the country more, maybe, or more miles to find castles, or they just weren't they weren't into castles?
Yeah, they weren't any castles. We went into a couple churches, and show that last one. That doesn't sound familiar either, Nate. It's usually, but what she goes to sleep to is Titanic for whatever reason or not.
Oh,
That's what the movie that puts her to sleep. The actual movie.
yeah, that put me to sleep
So-
too.
But yeah, we had a great time. And
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
Holy shit! What the hell happened?
oh, you
there?
know what? The mic's probably a little tight.
Okay.
Either that or my chair hit. But that's brought that back
Oh.
to you, David.
Rock on. Check it out. It's the beer book. That was the one that in your TikTok, the
Yes.
video I played last week.
Yes.
So,
And Beer Central has every one of those beers at that Beer Central.
wow. See, I was going to bring the I don't know how many there were. There were like 125 from the Score in Grand Rapids, but as soon as I saw you with this, it's got a picture, descriptions.
In German,
cool is
I think
that?
it's either German or French, and then also English. So
There you
you'll be able
go.
to read them.
Fantastic. Well,
So-
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then couldn't outdo, not that I was trying to outdo anything, but visiting my daughter in the Twin Cities this weekend, we got a chance to go to Surly. A lot of people around here.
The
No.
third tasting was almost a Surly selection because of what you sent me, but I opted not to in case you had just had it. I didn't want that much of a repeat, even though our first tasting is probably a repeat.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, before you get into the Surly trip, we probably should introduce the first tasting.
Yeah, we should.
Rainbow Rodeo, an IPA from Saugatuck Brewing Company, 7% ABV, and NA or 0 or not mentioned IBUs. Saugatuck is a microbrewery in Douglas, Michigan.
There we go. Here's to happy. It says it right on the can, so it must be true.
The other one she watches, Nate, is there's a mom, a dad, and three kids. And it's the name of the little boy, and the mom is a little bit hippie, and it almost is like they show a little camel toe on the mother, even though it's an animated cartoon.
Maybe
And-
one of those like Warner
and-
Brothers slips in stuff, like with the old Bugs Bunny and
Yes.
Roadrunner kind of. Yeah.
And the kid,
Coyote and Roadrunner.
God, I cannot.
When you're not
Cheers.
When you're not thinking of it, it'll
Yes.
pop into your head. Delish.
Yes, IPA. See now, episode 21, that probably would have given us a little bit of.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But
That's
now
solid.
you're just used to that
Yeah, yeah.
IPA.
That's what you're
taste.
looking for.
Yes, exactly. All right. Anyway, back to
Yeah.
Surly. And Surly is that a show from Pop? No, it's not. I wouldn't show that to Violet. So, God dang, what is? And they show him eating, and
Yeah.
I wish Liz was on the live stream. I'd ask her and have her. It's not. Is it Baba Finn? Baby Finn? Baba.
I don't know those
All right.
shows anymore.
Enough of the
Yeah.
Enough of the kids talks. But Anyway,
So,
Surly is in.
It's actually a Minneapolis address, but it's right on the border, like literally a block from St. Paul. And we went to another brewery there called.
They're Twin Cities.
It's the Twin Cities.
Yes.
So we went to another brewery on the St. Paul side right after that called Black Stacks, which was pretty cool. But I'll talk about that in a second. But if you ever want to go to Surly, this is pretty much what it looks like. All right, we're here at Surly Brewing Company in St. Paul, Minnesota, and you know what? I know it's not Brussels, Belgium, but you know what? When we have an opportunity to get some flights and try some beer and rate it and figure out where the best beer is in the world, we got to take advantage of where we're at. I know it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So let's go. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm thinking they make a lot of beer here. All right, so we're here. I've got my flight. I've got the Sessionable Extra Citra at 4.5%. I've got the Axeman, which is kind of their go-to industry standard IPA at 7.2%. And I've got the Hazy IPA, Mosh Pit Hazy, and that's also at 7.2%. So we're gonna enjoy this. It's a beautiful day here. And in the beginning of the video, I said we're in St. Paul, but we're right on the edge of St. Paul. So we're just gonna say the Twin Cities, all right? Minneapolis, St. Paul. So we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Have a great day. All right, we're here at Surly Brewing Company in St. Paul. I guess it ends itself. I thought I had to tap it to end it. Anyway, so I
two things. You don't think we're going to be sued? Like you don't like those two people that walked by. You don't think we should have blurred their faces out?
Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know. Should we have?
And you should have went and socked that little kid for running in the video. Not once, but
that's what McKenna said.
Let him slide the first time. The second time is throwing up the taster at him.
Yeah. Except I think Dad was about 6'4", probably went about 255. So
he's a pussy.
Yeah, probably.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
So the next one we went to was Black Stacks, also amazing beer, and
now I have seen that on Pornhub.
Thank you. The cool thing about that place though was they had that was the pictures of the aliens.
Yeah,
it was a little eclectic. They had some different things that you can get your picture taken with, but they had plants. They had a ridiculous. You felt like you were in the Amazon rainforest when you're in there. And apparently now McKenna's going to go back there because 1 or 2 days a week they have bingo and beer, but the prizes for the bingo are plants. And McKenna and all her roommates really like plants. So if you're into plants, go to Black Stacks.
There's a comment. Barrister Brewing once or twice a month does a bingo. The local fire department gets on there and they show bingo. They play bingo. I think it's 50 cents a card, and it's a 50-50. So, I mean,
yeah.
the bingos are anywhere from $10 to $20. Yeah. So no big deal, but having some craft beer, playing some bingo, eating some lunch.
Oh, yeah. And the flight at Black Stacks, they had 6 5-ounce pours. So that was winner right there. There
was 2 places in Belgium that did flights, and I swear they were damn near pint-sized flights. It was like, because I did one flight at the Golden Bar, I think it was called, and it was 6. I sent you a picture of it. It was 6 beers, and I was buzzing pretty good when I left there because they were fucking big. So in Belgium they just let her rip.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Nate, the 51K from Red Rock,
Blackstone,
Black Rocks.
Black Rocks.
Blackstone,
Black Rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna get it here eventually from Black Rocks in Marquette. Yeah, that's an amazing one. I've got a lot of friends that's arguably in their top 3 IPAs. But yeah, it was a good trip. Went to another brewery, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yep. And then last but not least, I'll just mention it right here. If you haven't seen it, I'm kind of wearing my The only thing I could find was space on it because NASA launched Artemis 2 today.
Oh.
I loved your Mike's like, so what? Who fucking cares? But they're going to take, I think it's 225,000 miles to the moon. So they're going to spend a lot of money and a lot of fuel to take a lap around the moon. Come back. Allegedly.
All right.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to survive all this shit we're going through down here. Right?
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Even though, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because that actually may be worse than my fear of death is out in the middle of nowhere being trapped like that. Like what? Where were those other people? They were just in outer space, right? Where they couldn't get them back home. They were on some station.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to come home on like
Oh yeah.
May 1st and
Right.
ended up couldn't get them back till like September. So
Yeah.
that I would have
Yeah.
never lasted.
Yeah.
I would have went crazy.
Nate, did the picture freeze or just cut out altogether?
Now you're good.
Yeah.
It says,
Well, I
didn't even notice the screen.
no, nothing happened here. It was fine here. I'm just wondering if it's I'll have to ask because it's been happening a little bit lately. None of this cut out. It was perfectly fine. Yeah, cut out. Oh, like it didn't freeze. It just went black.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
That's the old adage. The grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence.
Wow. All right.
So anyway,
Appreciate it. Feedback is good. We need feedback. Can't make it better.
all right. So you said you haven't been watching anything.
Not since the last episode. Nope.
All right. So imagine Saginaw. They Will Kill You. Liz and I went and saw that on Monday because we got home from vacation Sunday night. Monday we were both off. And it was solid.
Okay.
Although extremely, extremely unbelievable, far-fetched. It was almost like a gory, more hardcore Kill Bill.
Okay. Wow.
And it could have been a lot better had they just made it more realistic.
Oh, they were going after the woman.
Yeah.
The wealthy people.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I've got it pictured now.
But easy watch. Almost a private showing, which for $30 a private showing is really cool. But two fucking people wandered in just as it started. Fuckers.
Right.
Delta Air. I watched One Battle After Another.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and Tiana Taylor. She's extremely attractive.
Yep.
I think the only way I could watch this is at 34,000 feet with nothing else to do.
Oh.
It wasn't horrible. Sean Penn does a good job in it. And
because he's the Marine,
Yes.
the cop or the
Yes.
Marine sergeant or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Okay.
and it's like that what's the guy's name, the Quaid, the younger Quaid from like Novocaine, because it's
not Dennis, it's not Randy, it's
Dennis Quaid's
Dennis
son.
Quaid's son.
Yeah, so
yeah. Anyway,
one of his movies, it was either Novocaine or another one. One Battle After Another was the same style where there's like the movie pops up and you hear a woman's voice saying, gently kissing his cheek, Warner Brothers Studio, and she's narrating it, and there's music playing probably 80% of the time in the background. So it's
of the whole movie.
Yes.
Oh.
and what I equate it to is, you know how if you go to a baseball game now, they consider obstructed view seats if you're behind the net, the safety netting. When you first get there, you're like, oh shit, I'm never gonna. Jack Quaid, thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
I'm never gonna be able to watch this game. And then like by the third batter, you don't even know the net's there.
Right.
That's kind of how the music was, and
you're annoyed with it at first.
It was like, Jesus Christ, where is that music coming from? In fact, early on in the movie, I took my headset off and I kind of like looked around to see if anybody was fucking playing music or something. But then it dawned on me, oh wait, this is in the movie I'm watching. But so that was pretty good. And then Delta Air again, episodes 1 through 9 of St. Denis Medical, which is essentially The Office, the paper, but done in a hospital, and it's really funny. So now, I actually thought it was only 9 episodes, but there are 18 episodes on season 1 on Peacock, and by the way, Netflix just picked it up, so if you don't have Peacock, season 1 is available on Netflix, and season 2 is like on, I think, episode 13 or so. Like The Office, you're not going to like this. If you like The Office, you'll like this because simulation.
Do they look into the camera occasionally?
Yeah, a lot of it. In fact, and then finally, Netflix. Something very bad is about to happen. 8 is 1 season, 8 episodes. Brilliant.
Okay.
And it's done. And the only part I really didn't like about it, and you'll appreciate what I mean by this, is it's done by the producer and or director or both, or at least the director or whatever, of Stranger Things.
Oh.
And the one element is very Stranger Things like, which is why I didn't like Stranger Things.
Which is?
It's just, you'd have to watch it. It's a supernatural part of it.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't play a major part until like the last 2 episodes.
Okay.
So, a little spoiler. I'd like somebody to watch it. Let me know what they think. I think episodes 1 through 6 were amazing.
Okay.
7 is one of those typical episodes in a series where they got to slow things down and kind of fill you in on, okay, this is why some of this has happened, which is understandable. I wasn't thrilled the way it ended, but it wasn't bad enough where I would not have you watch.
And what was the name of it again?
Something Very Bad is about to happen.
Okay.
8 episodes. I think the first one's 50 minutes, and then 2 through 7 are about 40-ish, and then 8 is an hour.
Okay.
So it could be a season 2. I don't think it's designed to be that way, but I mean, if it's the most popular thing in the history of the world, maybe.
Okay.
But you're totally content with the way it ends. Oh, okay, this is how it ends.
Right. We would have had an episode of Shrinking and an episode of DTF St. Louis, but Shelly and I, we got done with our travels yesterday, and we got to the point we had dinner. We said, hey, we're going to watch one episode of each that we missed while we were traveling. She says, yeah. We both sat down in the chairs. Done. Out. So the only thing I did over, I'm reading this right here, Hail Mary. That's a movie I want to go see at the end of the week. So if I get through it, it's end of the world kind of stuff with Ryan Gosling, and it's in theaters now.
Never even saw the previews.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're out there. So I'm all sci-fi right now. I'm all geeked up on it. But that's it. Music.
I wouldn't have had anything, except I did have some computer work to do after hitting a couple stops on my one day
adventure. Yeah.
So I did get something old and something new.
Okay.
What do you want first? You said you didn't have anything listed.
Correct.
Right.
New.
Is Villainous from Eva Under Fire. 3 songs released March 27th, 2026, 9 minutes. They have an album to be released July 2026. Villainous, the title track album, features Maria Brink of In This Moment. And I liked the 3 songs well enough where I pre-saved the album. So in
good.
July, because it's April Fool's Day today.
Yeah.
And between now and July, I'll forget all about this album.
Right.
But I pre-saved it because I did like those 3. And obviously, the Villainous, it sounds a lot like In This Moment.
And I don't know if you had a chance, Mike Ball.
Yes.
He had a rock suggestion. I don't know if you've ever heard that band.
No, I haven't. And it was actually the other one that I wanted to listen to.
Oh, okay.
The rap
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all the different guitars wouldn't have done anything for me because everybody knows I'm tone deaf and don't know the difference between a piccolo and a snare drum.
Okay.
So
I think you know the difference between that.
So what the hell was I going to say? Oh, my something old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's see if I can get a something old in here. What do I want to do? So you know how I am on my list. I just searched top 100 rock albums of the 80s, and I said, I'll take number 34. Obviously, Walter Payton there.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite football player of all time.
Makes sense.
So number 34 on this particular list, I think it was the Rolling Stone, whatever. Tattoo You by the Rolling Stones, released August 24th, 1981. 11 songs, 44 minutes. Start Me Up, Hang Fire, and in my honest opinion, the best Rolling Stones song ever, Waiting on a Friend.
Oh, yeah.
So, not a huge Stone fan.
Yeah.
Liz. Funny you mention that because I used to be a horrible flyer, but obviously doing it so much. Now, to be fair, I'm not a huge fan of turbulence.
Oh, we had some shitty turbulence coming into, yeah.
I actually was able to sleep a little bit on all the flights.
Oh, good.
Well, I don't know if I slept from Detroit to Atlanta on the way there, but Atlanta to Brussels, dozed off a lot. That's why I didn't really watch too many things on the way there because I actually slept a little bit. And then actually dozed off Brussels to Amsterdam and then dozed off again, Amsterdam to Detroit. And I never sleep on a flight.
Yeah.
But the one I think I was telling you when we were setting up, I mean, that big fucking plane.
Yeah.
I don't know if when the landing gear hit the runway, I don't know if he'd have broken egg. That fucker was so soft. Now, it was kind of funny. It wasn't scary enough, but there must have been some wind coming into Amsterdam and that's a smaller plane. I mean, there's like
sure.
It's a real small plane because it's Air France and it's a city hopper. So it's like, it was literally a 40-minute flight.
Yeah.
But coming down, and it hit the runway
sideways,
kind of like that. It wasn't sideways, but it was a little bit. Whoa, that was different. But he got her straightened out right away.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so
either
that or but I can't. Well, I guess like anything, the more you do something,
you get comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So But
Good.
very little, if any, turbulence at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
We had some major. They told us they said, there's a good chance we're not going to do beverage service on this flight into Minneapolis because we're going to hit some really rough weather. And sure as shit. I mean, the only one worse I can remember was flying into Palm Springs, California, because you're flying into the valley, and there's a reason why there's 10,000. Well, I think there's literally more than 10,000 windmills in that valley because it's so fucking windy. You get in there and your plane is jumping. It literally feels like you're jumping towards the runway. That was scary as shit. So anyway, good stuff though. We're back. We're all alive and here to bring you the world's best entertainment. So going inside the ropes.
Real quick, other than the most recent Raw, I'm caught up on WWE, way behind on AEW.
Okay.
The only question I have, and you guys touched on it last week, but obviously I could tell that was before the second mic arrived. No, the second mic was there.
Yes.
But you could clearly tell that none of them were wrestling fans, which is fine.
Correct. Yeah.
But how do you get away from... So now that Obafemi has beat Brock down 2 times in a row, and what a bump Brock took the last time, and then he gives him a look. So unless you have Brock cheat and beat him, there's no way Obafemi loses at WrestleMania, in my opinion. But we'll do our WrestleMania picks down the road. But I don't get, because he's the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Nobody, F5. I mean, Cena's farewell tour fucking was essentially a squash match against Brock. And I'm not saying Cena's, more formidable than Obafemi. And they're giving Obafemi the push, which is cool. But now, okay, so let's say Obafemi beats Brock. Brock's probably not going to be around till SummerSlam, maybe not even till Survivor Series, because he's not
he's not an every week guy.
Yeah, and he wants to spend time with his family.
Yeah.
And I think he's 43 years old, so he's no spring tree. He looks good, but
right.
And it's just like, but now especially if he gets, Obafemi slammed him, Obafemi knocked him out of the ring, and then I'm assuming he's going to beat him at WrestleMania. Isn't the mystique and the luster kind of wore off Brock Lesnar now?
That's why I'm thinking he might not lose that.
See, but then what do you do with Obafemi? Say, okay, well, I guess.
Well, like you say, they always do. They cheat somehow, or somebody comes in, a masked somebody, or I don't know. Does Brock Lesnar have a girlfriend?
The only thing is, if Brock doesn't beat Obafemi clean, then he's got to stick around later. They're not going to have Obafemi take a cheap loss, and then Lesnar disappears for 6 months. But anyway. I think the person Randy Orton's talking to on the phone is Kevin Owens, by the way. That's my prediction. I have no insider knowledge, but he's got history with RKO.
Right.
RKO, Kevin Owens. So that's who I think he's talking to. And then there's a couple women, obviously Rhea and Jade Cargill. It's Stephanie Vicaire.
Vicaire.
The Q, it's Vicaire.
Vicaire. Well, the U screws me up.
The Q.
No, the U after the Q. There's a U in her name, isn't it?
I think so, but it's Vicaire.
Yeah. Okay, it's right here. Vicaire. So you almost turned the U into an A.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now.
And the Q into a C.
Well, yeah. But a lot of words have the Q is a C.
So I think WrestleMania should be a good show. And it's looking like Jelly Roll is going to get something, which his work isn't really that bad for
I saw him in a promo, and it was like, okay.
The way he took the RKO on the either it was the most recent SmackDown or the Raw before the one that I haven't seen yet. I'm surprised he didn't break his leg because the big fella. I mean, he's lost 200 pounds or whatever it is.
Sure.
But he took that RKO and his left leg kind of like buckled and went out the way it shouldn't have went out. And then there was Kit Wilson cut a promo on him and was busted, and then Jelly Roll busted back, and just like so.
That's good fun.
Yeah, I liked it. It's kind of a rap battle.
Yeah,
but that's all I have for Inside the Ropes.
All right, let's rate it.
You know what? Classic. It's a 6-pack, and I only brought 2 down. I'm kind of wishing I'd have brought more of those than the DC Lager from Austin Brothers. Nice, easy way to get out of the gate. I'm going to go 4.
I was right there with you. 3.95.
6.3 thousand people on Untapped. Didn't like it as much as we did, but it's still a respectable 3.72. What else is respectable, Dave?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's the Maple Grill. It's an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering the rotating selection of the freshest local items available and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fire grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and seltzers as well. But wait! Before you go, get to their website, themaplegrill.net. That's spelled GRILLE.net. Check out the current menu and see what's on tap. Then get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly. I tell you what, if you ever go to their their Facebook page, go to their Facebook page. You want to see what Josh is cooking up? Holy shit! He's got some amazing stuff. He made some wraps last week or 2 weeks ago, and then he followed that up with 2 other amazing posts that he made. He's really killing it over there.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, this one may seem a little not outdated, but I bought it a little closer to St. Patrick's Day, and then Mary Ellen, Henry, Alex, and Jonathan brought us those 2 tastings from the Carolina region.
Mm-hmm.
So, second tasting, also from Saugatuck Brewing Microbrewery in Douglas, Michigan. Maggie's Irish Ale, a red ale. 5.4 and the only beer of the night with an IBU rating of 30. Let's see how close this comes to fruition, Dave. The balanced mahogany-colored Irish ale is brewed with locally harvested Michigan honey and creating aromas of caramel and tea that sing in beautiful symphony with subtle hints of malt sweetness. May you have all the happiness and luck that the can hold. And at the end of your rainbow, may you find a can of beer.
That's a treasure. Nate's got a message.
Yes. Got to go. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being on with us to start with, Nate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hopefully that doesn't mean this episode has sucked donkey balls because 2:30 comes the same time it does on typical Fridays, and you usually last a little longer than 8:12. But yeah, 2:30 comes a little early. No harm, no foul. Carry on. And Godspeed. And may the force be with you.
That was nice.
Thank you.
You put all the space stuff we've been talking about into one send-off.
Red ales are either fantastic or ass. There's usually not an in-between. And the tea has got me a little concerned.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. That's different.
Very different. I don't know if it's the tea that makes it different or if the caramel is sort of weak. Because the caramel, whatever you prefer, is what makes an Oktoberfest.
Correct.
By Sam Adams in Oktoberfest. And this is a little lacking in that, but drinkable.
But I'm going to guess it's the tea that's making it interesting right now. I don't know. Have we had tea? Did they say it was black tea or green tea?
It just says tea.
Tea. Huh. Have we had tea in our beer?
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bam. You're right.
I know, but I even though it's written down there, I cannot even. I need the cheaters to see the letters clearly. You know what? You can tell I've been off for a week because Nate's last comment was, "Gotta go. 2:30 comes fast, and hopefully so will I." Okay, if I'd have read the whole message, my joke would have made sense because I would, because I was going to say, you know what else comes fast?
But
This guy.
Yeah,
and that's a Office reference.
Yes.
So, but yeah, see, I didn't even finish reading this. God damn it! Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Apparently, or fast minds.
Yeah.
That's sport music. What's up?
Go MLB first, because typically we do.
Sure.
All right. So do you want to kind of start it off? I've got a question.
Yeah, I mean,
It might be a hot topic question. It may or may not.
Typically, most teams are finishing up their second series today. So 6 games deep. We got a mere 156 to go. There are ebbs and flows of a 156 game season. And fortunately, my team played earlier, so I've already had a chance to walk,
Yeah.
I wish you would step back up from that ledge, my friend. So, and, but the Red Sox started the season on episode 328 with a 3-0 victory over the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati and have promptly lost 5 straight and have frankly not looked good doing it. Crochet, our ace, wasn't horrible today, but wasn't ace-like, and he's actually had a horrible, horrible time in Houston in his career. They strike out too much. They're not hitting. They don't have the guy in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Anthony had 3 hits in game 1 and then promptly was like in a 1-for-17 slump with 11 strikeouts. Cora gave him today off. He pinch hit to start the 9th. Promptly fell behind 0-2 after wearing the golden sombrero yesterday. Promptly fell behind 0-2 and then got a pitch on the outer half of the plate and went oppo for a 6-4 game.
For those of us that aren't Red Sox fans, is that a Red Sox thing or is that the golden sombrero?
Golden sombrero is a baseball term. Striking out 4 times in one game.
Oh, okay.
Hat trick is 3 times, just like it is in hockey.
Right.
Strike 4 times is the golden sombrero.
Okay.
So
that's an overall baseball term.
Yes.
How come I've never heard of that? Is it
not a lot of guys strike out 4 times in a game?
That's a good point.
So
it's a good point. All right.
But yeah, so he went oppo. So hopefully that turns him around. The signings they had this offseason, Contreras finally got a hit for an RBI early on to tie the game at 2, or maybe his put for his first hit. Sonny Gray was
Wow.
His first start.
Yeah.
He'll pitch the home opener on Friday against the Padres. And yeah. So Alex Lasher, our guide on the kayak tour last summer, him and I have kind of stayed in touch as we're both Red Sox fan. He's a Packer fan and I'm a Bear fan, so neither one of us are Lion fans, and we're both Red Sox fans. And I'm 59. He's, yes, Larry, I round up.
20-something.
Let's say 30. He
30.
can't be older than 30, right?
I wouldn't think.
So I'm 30 years older than her, but he's more mature than me, and because he's like, oh, dude, it's a long season. You haven't even had a home game yet. And I'm like, this team sucks. Because they do. They're 1-5, and they've looked bad doing it.
Yeah, you got a couple of professionals on there that are getting paid millions of dollars. It's through their 6th game, and one of them hasn't had a hit yet.
Right. So,
yeah.
And it's one of the quicker times in the season. We have no undefeated teams and no winless teams already. Usually there's one team that'll rip off 9, 10, 11 games in a row, be 11-0.
Right.
And one team will go 0-6, 0-7, 0-8.
Sure.
But everybody's got at least one win, and everybody's got at least one loss.
So parity's good. Parity's good for TV and for for the media.
Yep.
All right. Question.
Yes.
Robot umpire.
All right, that's a general question. One more fact of the first week of baseball.
Got it.
Michael Soroka. Today is, I think the Diamondbacks took 2 of 3 from the Tigers. Today is Wednesday, which is why our normal millions on the live stream is a little low, because Wednesday's not our typical broadcast day.
Correct.
So our live viewership's down a little bit today, but understandable. We changed the schedule.
We did.
We changed the schedule.
Yeah. People like their schedule.
Yes, exactly. And everybody, all those millions will be out there tomorrow saying, where's flight football and anything else? Anyway, so today, Wednesday, the Tigers lost today 1-0. Scooble gave up a homer in the first inning. Was spotless ever since, and then they didn't get anything.
With all the bats that they bought?
Tuesday, Monday. So it must have been on Monday. Monday, Michael Soroka became I don't know how many pitchers it's been, but for the 119th time an immaculate inning was thrown.
No.
I actually think that's higher than it should be, even though there's been thousands of baseball games in the history.
Right.
So I'm doing math here. Let's say if there's been 10,000 baseball games.
Yeah.
10,000 divided by 119. Well, that's not 84%. So it's 119 divided by 10,000.
Yeah,
it's 0.012% of the games played. So, I mean, that's not a lot.
No, that's a
But
small
I still
number.
think that's a high number for an immaculate inning.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Do you know what an immaculate inning is?
I think that's you strike out every batter on every pitch, isn't it?
Well, 3 strikeouts. There's 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches.
9 pitches. Yeah.
And Soroka did that against the Tigers on Monday night, and that was the 119th time that's happened. Even though that's at best, because there's had to have been 10,000 games played in the major league.
One would think.
In 140 years, 150 years of baseball.
Absolutely.
There had to be 10,000
Well,
games.
shit, they play 1,000 games this season now.
And it's 0.012%. So that's not a very big percentage.
It's a big deal.
I just think it's a lot. I would have, like, if you said, hey,
that's a pretty big deal.
How many times, if it was a stump Mike question, and your question was, hey, Mike, Michael Soroka threw an immaculate inning against the Tigers. How many immaculate innings in baseball history have there been? I would have probably said 50-ish. 119 seems high. Strike one. I mean, that's a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out.
Right.
In fact, Bugs did it on a 1 at bat. But anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so Don't even do it per game. Do it. How many innings have there been to have one immaculate inning?
Well,
That's
so
probably
you,
it.
So you would have to go 10,000 games, 9 innings a game. That's 90,000
It makes
innings.
it makes that 119 more probable.
Yeah, I still think it's a lot, though.
Yeah.
To me, like I said, if you
Because
would
you're 10,000 games, you're multiplying by.
If you would have said, "Hey, how many was it?" I would have said 53.
Yeah.
And I'd have been way off.
Right.
So anyway,
All right.
so
Fair enough.
The robot umps.
March 28th, your Red
Yep.
Sox were going against the Reds.
Yep.
And you were, let's say, on the 28th. You were in Brussels. You weren't like flying or anything like that. I think because that was Saturday.
Yes, that was the second game of the season.
Yeah.
'Cause they had Friday off.
Yeah. So
The Red Sox lost 6-5 in extras, I think, that night.
correct. But it got there. Did you read or remember the story how it got to extra innings? Umpire CB Buckner. Buckner. Yeah.
He's got like 7 million years. He's a veteran now.
He's a 25-year veteran. Started in 1999. So he had 6 of 8 challenges, turned his calls around, or what's the official word? They reversed them. 6 out of 8 challenges, and 2 of them were right in a row.
Yes, by
In
Suarez.
the 6th inning, Suarez, right, throws a pitch. Here's right. He's like, taps his head. They look at it. Nope, that was a ball. So he gets back in the batter's box.
Rung him up again.
Taps his head quick. Nope. Reverses him again. Now, if that wasn't enough, it was the game against the Brewers that he was umping first base. Did you see this one? So first baseman for the Brewers hits one to second baseman. Second baseman, errant throw, airmails the first baseman. So it's going over top of him. And I can't remember his name. I think his number 6, just kind of glides into first base. And they get the ball. They send it back to the first baseman. He touches the bag just in case. Hey, who knows? And Buckner calls him out, says he never touched the bag. So right there, Brewers coach comes flying out, tapping his head, wants to challenge.
Wait, though.
Yeah.
So what day would this have been? This
is after that. So
that would have had to be.
This is yesterday or the day before.
All right. Well, that's not an ABS system.
That's a standard challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those they.
Well, here's where you'll see where I'm eventually getting to.
Well, Buckner is notoriously known as a shitty umpire.
Well, okay. Well, the commentator and color commentator before the Red Sox game said, "Oh, this might be a fun game. The ABS is going to be on overdrive in this one." So they already kind of knew maybe what might happen. But in this game against the Brewers, the first baseman couldn't have touched more of first base with his foot than he did. And I'm not saying he landed squarely right dead center in the middle of the first base. It was somewhat on the edge, but damn near his whole foot touched first base. And he said, well, he never touched first base. He's out. It got overturned. So he's in a bit of a hot seat right now. And you said something at some point when I brought this up 2, 3, 4 pods ago. And, if you're a bad umpire, you're going to get, I can't remember. I can't quote you. But are bad umpires, are umpires going to be less likely to try to get into the big leagues now? Are they going to have eventually a hard time finding people because people just don't want to go in there and just get overturned all the time?
No, I don't think that's an issue. But I wish I'd have seen the CB Buckner game because, all right, over 329 episodes of this pod. I think you've been on 324 of them. I've been on 324 of them, give or take. In a nutshell, our millions and millions of new listeners and viewers what is my stance on replay in general? Am I pro replay or anti replay?
Anti.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would like I'm calling bullshit on the system. So far it seems to be working. It's relatively quick.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I get it. But like, for instance, today one of the Red Sox, I can't remember if it was a Red Sox Weiler Abreu. It was a 2-1 pitch. Strike. Abreu taps his head immediately. Wins the challenge.
Yeah.
And it was by 0.6 of an inch. That's the human and
right.
So and no,
right. Yeah.
batter was right. Now 3-1 pitch. Weiler's got to make him pay the next at bat. The next fucking pitch, he fucking lazily fouled out to fucking third. But anyway, that's another argument altogether. But my point is 0.5, so half an inch.
Right. Yeah.
And you're expecting a human being to be that fucking precise, then have it be called, have the robot, the ABS system on every pitch. You know what? Like I've said, that's why my beef with
the NFL with the
beef with replay in general is if we want perfection, just fucking computer simulate the game. Go into your AI database, plug in all the analytics. Who's winning the game between Team A and Arizona and Michigan on Saturday night? Out of 77,000 simulations, Arizona wins 52% of the time. Boom, Arizona wins. They're playing in the championship game.
Right.
Why does everything have to be fucking perfect? And then, okay, well, don't you want it right, Mike? Well, yeah, I guess I want it right. Then why don't you do it every pitch?
Yeah. Yeah. And money. Money's the other reason. People want it right.
And Mike Ball's example of the NFL being scripted because of the pass interference penalty, Saints Rams, which is like, that must have been the last football game he watched, which was like 5 years ago or whatever. But a human being making an error or a horrible call doesn't mean the game is scripted. Now, and I'm not saying people never fixed a game. Fixing a game and a scripted game are different things. Like, hey, make the call this way or I'll kill your entire family. That's not a scripted game. That's somebody saying, fuck, I got to protect my family.
Or I'll give you $2.5 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it is what it is. I still can't figure out, that was the question you guys talked about last week. All right, so each team gets two times.
Right.
If you get it wrong, okay, you only get
-1.
Yep. Now, I heard the announcer, I think it was the Padres game. Well, we're in the 8th inning. You might as well challenge that because 6 total for the game. So I don't know if you get it right, do you get an extra one?
No,
but because the Reds did it. The Reds were 6 for 6 against Buckner. So if you get them right, essentially challenges are unlimited.
They are. I read that today.
But if you get it wrong, then you're down to one left.
You're down to one left. And if you lose that one, and then you have 0.
But I think once you get one wrong, you get that second one. And if you get this, so you challenge the first one, get it right.
Right.
Okay, so you still have 2.
Yep.
Challenge the second one, you get it right, you still have 2.
Correct.
Challenge the third one, you get it wrong. Now you're down to 1. If you challenge that next one and get it right, I think you're still done. I don't think you get that one back again.
Oh, you don't still have one?
I don't think so. I think once you get it wrong, it's on the countdown system.
Okay.
So you literally have to be perfect.
Yeah, I didn't read that.
I'm not, and don't, that's not a corrections corner. That's the way, because I've Googled it 3 different ways.
Right. And maybe all the AI systems they still don't know.
And folks who get mad that we're on our phones, this is legit.
Yeah, we got to get this right.
Yeah, so, all right.
So while he's looking that up.
Under the 2026 MLB ABS challenge system, teams receive 2 initial challenges per game and retain them if they are successful. Therefore, a team can have an unlimited number of total challenges per game, provided they continue to win them. If a challenge is lost, it is lost for the remainder of the game. Success rule. If a team wins the challenge, call is overturned, they keep the challenge. Failure rule. If the call is confirmed, the team loses the challenge. Only pitchers, catchers, and batters can initiate a challenge immediately following the call. Extra innings, you get 1 per extra inning. But now that one says, and then I Googled, not that one, It was this one. No,
was it?
No. So I think
Okay.
I'm reading that right. So
yeah.
Right, you got 2. Right, you got 2. Right, you got 2. Right, you got 2. Wrong. Now you're down to 1. And you're down to 1.
Okay.
Right or wrong on that last challenge. So
But if you
never get them wrong, you can challenge every pitch.
Right. Yes. But you never go back up to 2.
Right.
Yes.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
But the way I'm interpreting it, so right 2, right 2, right 2, right 2, wrong, down to 1.
Okay.
Now, when you challenge that, you got 1 left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 9th. Strike 3 call. I challenge. Okay, it was a ball. I still think you're out.
Okay.
Because you've got 1 wrong. I don't think you get that one back.
Okay.
That's the way I'm reading that. Once it's gone for good. That's the way I'm reading that. I'll have to do more.
Yes.
And again,
let's do some more research.
Again, that's not a corrections corner. That's the way I'm interpreting the rule.
Okay.
And we will correct it if need be.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a lot of baseball.
That is a lot of baseball. All right, real quick. PGA. I'll just zip through it.
Yeah, I haven't. Other than Tiger Woods has really dependable vehicles. He has flipped 2 fucking.
We'll get there.
vehicles.
We'll get there.
Okay,
We'll
go
get there. We'll get there. All right. Last week at the Houston Open, Gary Woodland, he took the top prize with a minus 21. He was 21 under for the tournament. Now, the thing that is almost newsworthy there, missed cut. Ricky Fowler again, Wyndham Clark, and you're not a super big golf guy, although you do watch the majors, I think, or at least keep track of who's winning whatever. So I think you know who Wyndham Clark. You've heard of that name before.
Heard of it. I don't know him.
Right. And then Brooks Koepka. And then there were some other names miscut. So I'm not sure, based on the minus 21 for the tournament, it couldn't have been that hard of a golf course. So I don't know what's going on there. This week is the Valero Texas Open. So that will also be a week off for many of the top golfers because they're going to be getting ready for
the Masters.
The Masters, which is April 9th through the 12th.
At Augusta National.
At Augusta. There you go. You got it. Who was last year's winner?
Roy McIlroy.
There you go. Yep. Over Justin Rose in a playoff.
All right.
If you remember that. 1-hole playoff.
That was his first ever Masters.
It was. He got the green jacket and finally got the lifetime
Grand Slam.
the Grand Slam. I think Grand Slam's in tennis. I don't
I think
is it Grand Slam in golf as well?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway. Right. There you have it. All right. Then again, that's golf for now. Who is the winner of the Houston Open? Gary Woodland. All right. Just making sure you're up to speed on your golfers. He might come up again later in the program. So NASCAR. All right. Drivers, start your engines. So you got the Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway last Sunday. I had number 9, Chris Elliott, and you had number 11, Denny Hamlin. We were number 1 and 2, and thank you very much.
Chris Elliott was a guy that played on Seinfeld.
Was he?
Not Seinfeld. He was.
What's the number?
He started out on David Letterman, and then he went to Schitt's Creek. You had Chase Elliott.
Oh, Chase.
Chris Elliott was that goofy character on.
Who am I thinking? I'm thinking there's a bunch of Chris's in there too, in NASCAR. Yeah. Anyway.
But you had Chase Elliott.
And Chase Elliott.
And I had Denny Hamlin because
thank you very much.
I reversed my mojo.
You did.
And said, you know what? I'm going to put myself in a win-win. I'm going to pick drivers I don't like, and if they don't win, I'm happy because I don't like that driver, and if they win, I'm happy because I get points and or money.
Yeah. So you got points and money this last week.
You fucked me though. Because Hamlin led 290 laps of that fucking race.
Why are you the guy that always seems to have the driver that leads the majority of the race and then shits himself or somebody crashes into them like Hocevar?
I think Elliott just beat him at the end. I didn't see any of that race because we were still flying.
All right.
Or driving home
Sure.
or whatever we were doing.
Yeah.
And but because Elliott won the race by half a second.
Okay.
In half a second at 120 miles an hour, it's
pretty fast.
It's fairly lengthy,
Yeah.
but
Right.
But nonetheless,
Yeah.
I got 9 points and $10. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I'll take the first place. So we got Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. That
Not till the 12th, though.
Not till the 12th. I'm getting there. This week the drivers have Easter off, and so they will come back on the 12th at a half-mile track, 0.533 to be exact. And they're, it's interesting. I looked at some of that when I clicked on Bristol Motor Speedway to find out a little bit more about it. Seating capacity is 146,000. That's a lot of people on a half-mile track. That's huge. That's basically a football. That's a football stadium.
What is Bristol known as? The world's fastest half mile or the world's largest half mile or something like that?
Something along those lines. But do you know how much it costs for them to construct that track?
No, I do not.
$600,000. You think they're getting a pretty good ROI on their investment?
Absolutely, because there was a Major League Baseball game there last year.
They probably get $600,000 per event. So hats off to the people that constructed Bristol and own that sucker.
I'm told it's a pretty fucking steep.
28 degrees.
I'm talking the stands.
Oh, the stands are pretty steep. Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah. The one curve is 24 degrees and the other one's 28. Obviously, they want them to get up to speed or to some speed, so they got to make those curves, those banks, pretty decent. So, short track strategies. What drivers are best in short track?
I don't know, but you and I don't have to worry about it.
We're going to get whoever we get.
And you're picking 10th, and I'm just wondering, I have a week to think about it because the first pick hasn't even been made, and Mike Kirchek said he'd make a pick here shortly, or sometime this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I'll have the balls to pull the trigger, and even if somebody in our league listens to this, they're not going to fucking cock block me because he's got 8 wins at this track in his career, but he's fucking absolute dog shit. I mean, I don't even know if he's in the top 30 in points this year.
Right.
But depending on who is available, I may just roll with Kyle Busch.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got fucking 8 wins at Bristol. I mean, he's been lousy this year, so it's a pretty bad pick. But
right. There you go.
Anyway, so
somebody might though. Somebody might. You never know who's gonna listen to this and block you.
Well, if that leaves a better driver, I'm all for it.
All right. NFL update? Anything? Nothing. What about NBA? We just playoffs start. The play-in tournament starts April 14th. Now the finals, they won't get to the finals till June 3rd. Right now, the Pistons are 4.5 games up on the Celtics, and the Thunder are 2.5 games up on the Spurs.
All right. Are you just going to bypass the Final Four?
No, I was just gonna. I figured.
I don't.
That's
know
all I've got on the NBA Finals.
I don't know anything about the NBA. I bet you.
That's it. You didn't have to. I was just announcing it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because that's all my NHL notes. Ovechkin scored his 30th goal of the season for the 20th time in his career. He's got 30 or more goals in 20 seasons.
Holy shit.
And
you know what? That guy, if he did that, I bet you he's close to being the top goal scorer in NHL history.
He's up there. And then with less than 10 games to go with every team is mathematically eliminated except the Rangers in the East and the Canucks in the West. Now, some of the teams that are still mathematically alive would need a legit Christmas miracle, but with less than 10 games to go, every team is available. Every team is alive except the Rangers and the Canucks.
Wow.
Which I think that's good for the game. And my beloved Flyers are with the Red Wings and the Senators, 2 points behind the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they have a game in hand on the Jackets.
Okay.
So
yeah, The Wings were doing pretty good at some point, and then it was a dumpster fire.
But there's, like I said,
They're still mathematically in it. Okay.
Yeah, they're 2 points out. So they're more than mathematically, and they're
in it.
Yes,
in it to win it. Got it. All right. There you go. MLB, NHL, PGA, NASCAR, NBA. We're not going to. There's nothing in the NFL. So, March Madness.
Yes, of all March Madnesses in recent history, this is probably the least amount I've ever seen. Again, thanks to the transfer portal and NIL. Not to mention my bracket being busted long, long ago.
Florida, Houston, yeah.
Well, and Duke fucking just.
And Duke.
The kid hit a big fucking shot, but how did you just turn the ball over like that?
So
they're up by fucking 2, and Duke just like whimsically threw the ball to nothing, nowhere.
Well, it got tipped.
Ah, fuck it. You got to be better than that if you're the number 1 team in the fucking country.
Right. Yes, I agree. Now, the question was laid out there in the media, was that shot bigger and more impressive? I can't remember exactly the adjective that they used for it than Christian Laettner's.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Not because, there's a lot of people, the people that voted said it was, but I'm thinking.
It was a 30-footer. It was a long
just right up.
It
was a lot longer than I'm with you. Okay.
What Laettner shot are you talking?
The one where he caught it at the free throw line, turned around, hit it for the win.
From the 3/4 pass from
the
Grant Hill?
3/4. Yeah, from the 3/4.
There's those plays aren't even close.
Okay.
In my opinion.
This was halfway between half court and the 3-point line. I watched
Caitlin Clark's
range.
Yeah, so
that's a good point.
Yeah, so no.
All right.
What's the gal's name? I just stumbled upon her on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever. Sophie Cunningham? Well, you got to fucking follow that. Woo! Wow! And she's fucking rough on the court too. Well, she fucking
physical.
Oh yeah, but you see her after. It's like wow. I can't. She fucking is. She's my favorite.
Okay.
I'll start watching WNBA for Sophie Cunningham.
There you go. There you have it. So we've got Michigan versus Arizona. UConn.
That's the national championship.
UConn versus Illinois. And I will, yes, Arizona and Michigan are the 2 better teams. But I will tell you, as far as a Final Four is concerned, the matchups there, you'd rather see Arizona, Michigan in the final.
Yes.
As far as a basketball game with 2, very, very well put together, completely balanced teams. But UConn and Illinois are the 2 scrappers.
Right.
And so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out of that. I think UConn's going to, but
can you make a case that the Big Ten, all 22 teams in the Big Ten, is the premier athletic conference in the country?
Currently.
Currently,
yes.
Football.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 teams in the Final Four, and I think it was 6 out of 8 in the Elite 8 were all Big Ten schools.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the only, and I don't know about some other sports, non-revenue sports.
Well, hockey,
like,
you got Michigan.
Oh, hockey,
State,
well, obviously, for sure. Yeah. You add hockey in there.
They don't ever win it.
No.
I shouldn't say they never win it, but.
Yeah. But track and field, you got to go south.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
Right. But even like hockey, you're going to have your northern schools are going to be a little bit better at hockey. Your southern schools are going to be a little bit better at track. I don't know.
But the two sports that pay the bills are men's basketball and men's football.
As far as
the Big Ten is running the roost, and it's not even the outliers really. It's not like, hey, USC won the basketball and the football championship because USC is a Big Ten school. Wink, wink. Fuck that. They're not a Big Ten. USC will never be considered a Big Ten school in my eyes. Now I know nobody gives 2 flying fucks about me in my eyes.
Right.
But the USC will never be a Big Ten school, in my opinion.
All right. even though contractually they are.
Right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, OHL, the Spirit.
Well, we didn't even say who do you think is going to win?
Oh, Michigan.
You think Michigan? Okay.
I told that to Fish, that, because he was busting my balls for watching wrestling. He's like, it's just scripted, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, Michigan's going to win the NCAA, so don't watch March Madness. Well, it's not scripted, though. I said, well, obviously it's scripted because I know they're going to win.
There you go.
So.
Yeah, it's either going to be Michigan or Arizona. So whoever comes out of that one.
But in the OHL, I believe the Spirit are playing the Kitchener Rangers. Did you tell me Kingston or Kitchener, Larry? Anyway, they fell behind 3-0 with a heartbreaking 4-3 or 3-2 loss in overtime. 4-3 in overtime yesterday at the Dow. They're down 3-0. Probably the last home game of the year is tomorrow night at the Dow. Get your tickets. So, you ready to rate that?
I am.
I almost was about to rate the beer that I just drank, and that would have been a 2. But you're first.
All right. I'm going 3.0. Here's why. At first, it was kind of like dicey. Back and forth. Couldn't figure out kind of what the tea was doing to the red ale, et cetera, et cetera. Very confused. As I got down to the bottom of this thing, I realized, wow, I drank that fast. I must have liked it. So you got used to whatever the tea brought to that red ale. So I'm going at 3.0.
I went 3.10, and I was thinking that was a low rating because caramel
tomato
was missing.
Okay, yeah.
I prefaced this beer by saying red ales are usually hit or miss. There's usually nothing in the middle. This one,
this one's in the middle.
I think this one went in the middle.
Yeah. Yep.
So
jinx yourself.
Yep. All right. Well, 11.3 thousand people on Untapped like this better than we did, but again, in the neighborhood, 3.53.
All right. You know what everybody would like?
What's that, Dave?
The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill is a family-friendly sports bar with delicious food and drink menu to please everyone. Looking for some fun on a weekday night? The Grand Central is the place to be on Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, Wild Wing Wednesdays, some of the best wings in town, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, Sassy Saturdays, and Fun Day Sundays. With drink specials every day, the Grand Central is located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out the menu at their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a good time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Yeah.
All right, David.
Get right up there in your microphone.
That brings us to our third and final tasting of the night. And this is the one that was going to be a surly.
But it's not.
You know what?
Yeah. Chicken butt.
Boy, that'll be a. Oh, never mind. They just gave me an old cap. I was going to say $4.99 and $4.99 is $9.98, and they charged me $9.99, so they fucked me out of a penny for buying two. But this is one they just grabbed from under the desk,
right?
To cap
slapped
them
it on.
together.
Yeah.
All right. So no fuck you to them. All right, folks.
Yep.
We have OJ, an Imperial Double New England IPA from Lone Pine Brewing Company. I do not think we've had. That does not sound familiar to me.
No, it does not.
Lone Pine.
Nope.
It's a regional brewery in Portland, Maine. And when we get to Untapped, it must be a fairly large brewery in Portland, Maine. 8.1% ABV, high of the night. IBUs not mentioned.
Unfiltered, unpasteurized, because all things are wild and free.
And it's our trademark hazy double IPA with a double dose of Mosaic hops.
I had one, and I believe it was at Black Stacks, excuse me. It had Cashmere, Mosaic, Simcoe, and one other. But it was, I mean, as far as IPAs go, I don't know if you would have necessarily enjoyed it, but it felt like you were, like it felt like felt. It was so smooth, like it wanted to be bitter, but it like was not quite bitter. Almost like a cashmere kind of a, rubbing a little cashmere up along your cheek.
Woo!
We both. Oh, you got the Fat Pants, and I have the Tri-City Brewing Company.
Correct,
Gotcha.
sir.
All right.
And welcome aboard, Eric Thompson. Please
Yes.
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you, Eric.
Be like Eric and subscribe to YouTube. Leave us a comment. Tell us to get fucked. Whatever.
There we go. Oh,
Cheers.
cheers. Mine's a better TV pour. Yours is a better drinking pour.
And actually, yours is the way beer is supposed to be poured because apparently the foam gets some of like the.
Carbonation out so it doesn't get in your stomach.
You're right.
Yeah.
I only like that much head at other things.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're reading that book, Dave, from Beer Central,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of info in there.
Yeah. Did the weight
Maybe see if you can order any of that. I'm guessing it's a long shot.
Sure.
But
Sure. I mean, they've got to distribute it somewhere here in the States, and you can order it from somewhere here in the States.
I don't know. Those are all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like-
there's no like two-hearteds in that fucking.
No. I meant I know they're all European, but they, you know what I mean? Is if they're that big of a deal, we must be able to get them here in the States somehow.
I would just like to have seen the setup they have because it's 366 total beers and 33 of them were draft. So that means there's 333 bottles of beer. And obviously the company isn't just delivering one beer at a time. It's probably a
At a warehouse back there.
6-pack, 12-pack, or a case, whatever.
Sure.
And it's like, how do you even find that? Because I legit just like went in the server. I kind of pointed. I said, "What? This one or this one?" He said, "That one's kind of bitter. I like that one better." I'm like, "If this one's bitter, let me try that one." And it wasn't bitter at all because I got a different palate.
Sure.
And it's not like it was like 3 hours later, but it was like, "Give me the blah 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 blah." Whoop, there it is, sir. And blah 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 blah. Had a glass with the name of the beer that I was drinking. Like, it wasn't that big of a fucking place.
Maybe they had a microphone on them and they heard the order. Somebody in the back. But here's my question: with my limited international travel, sometimes you go places and most of the servers and places you're at, have a decent English repertoire. So, what was your experience? I mean, most of the servers and people there
at the Golden Bar, she understood drinks.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That was not
because like she was trying to get some peanuts.
Yeah.
And Liz and I were because the second time we were there was a little colder, so we were inside instead of on the street watching people walk by. And I said to her, "Am I in your way?" She just kind of gives the dog.
Yeah, like you hitting on me?
And I'm like, "Am I in your way?" And I don't know what I thought these hand signals were gonna show to her, but
did she go?
No, she just like. And I'm like, okay. I told Liz she has no clue on any, which is fine. I'm
right.
in her country. She wasn't in my
exactly.
country. So,
Yes.
So I just dropped it.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
And then I said, "Tickle your ass with a feather." And she said, "What's that?" I said, "Particularly nasty weather."
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, most of the places, like your hotels where you were staying, decent English speaking people that were working there ish. No, like
Their English was better than my French or German.
Okay, all right.
Because it was more. I think it was more French than because Belgium is French Dutch
Okay,
primarily, with some English and German.
really?
Yes, but Dutch is the language. Dutch is almost like Latin.
This is what I'm trying to learn. I mean, that's what I didn't know. I thought in Belgium they spoke Belgian.
Belgian. I did too.
Okay.
And the only reason I knew it was French and Dutch is because Amber, the receiver at Kroger 277, Googled it.
Okay.
She said, "What do they speak there?" I said, "I don't know." And she said, "Well, let's Google it and find out."
Right. Because when you went to Germany, in your hotel and a lot of restaurants and stuff in the major cities, they English is a second language almost for a lot of them.
Right.
Yeah. It's nice.
Our
it's
tour
convenient.
guide on the day trip to Amsterdam, he spoke 4 languages.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
And I only understood one of them.
My surfing instructor in Spain had excellent English, like damn near perfect. I'm like, he went from his Spanish right into English, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude. And he knew what he says, I spent 3 years in London. So, yeah, that was kind of nice. I'm glad I didn't say anything bad about him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Ready?
Yes.
Mike, finish this sentence. Ready?
Yes.
2 other DUIs and you almost died the last time, dude. Glad you
learned your lesson.
Fair enough. So, apparently Tiger is seeking treatment, which was a good decision on his part. He does have children, so it'd be good to be...
They're older, though.
It's still, before they start doing anything stupid, he should probably get some help. Because this is, in 2009 and 2017, he had DUI arrests. And 2021, a near-fatal rollover. And a 4th one where he got in a pretty good accident with somebody else and, probably got sued for a couple million, but that's just chump change, to a billionaire. After this whole thing, I saw a meme. It was with John Daly. It was Tiger and John Daly on a practice green. And on Tiger's back, it had a big number 2, like a jersey, big number 2. And on John Daly's front, it had a big 0. You know what that stands for? Tiger, 2 DUIs, John Daly, 0. It says Tiger should learn something from John Daly. So either get a fucking driver or, obviously with being a, so.
But here's my question on the.
Yeah.
Didn't he blow 0.0 on this last one?
Well, he did, because you know what they found on him, right?
They found pills in his pocket.
Hydrocortisone, yeah. Let me try to
Hydrocortisone is a...
Hydrocodone.
Okay, I was going to... Hydrocortisone is just a...
No. Hydrocodone. But, that's why some of his...
That's why
he blew 0.
When he refused the pistol, that automatically makes you guilty.
Sure.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But...
He's got a small...
I think the most impressive thing is the fucking quality of the vehicles that he must... Because they haven't been little fender benders. These are fucking wrecks.
He's a billionaire. He buys quality vehicles that are 5-star rated in, safety. I would hope. If I'm a billionaire, I'm buying the safest, best car I could find.
Yeah, but cars shouldn't. I don't think that you make. I don't think
he just rolled this one over. I don't think it was like it was mashed. Did you see a picture of it? Yeah. It was sitting on its side.
How often have you put any of your vehicles on its side?
Well, I'm just saying from a standpoint of he hit something, went up on its side, it slid a little ways. It's not like he wrapped it around a tree or a a semi truck or something like that.
I think he did it because he knew he wasn't going to make the cut at the Masters, so he just wanted to eliminate himself.
That's a terrible joke, but it's a joke. Now, do you think he's got...
Joke? I'm serious. He wasn't going to make the cut at the Masters.
Well, probably not, but he should be okay with that. Which leads me to my next question.
All right, go on.
Which leads me to my next question. Similar to child actor syndrome, when kids are really famous, really young and they end up, getting into all kinds of addictive behaviors. Do you think this is child celebrity syndrome or more child prodigy syndrome? Like, he's a billionaire. He's got everything in his life. As you and I are sitting here, talking to our millions of listeners and viewers, like you're like, dude, you have everything going for you. What are you doing?
Actually, I'm going to play devil's advocate on that.
All right.
I don't think it's child.
Good. Then it's a good question.
I don't think it's child prodigy syndrome or whatever you said. And I'm not shitting on what you said. I just can't remember exactly how you said it. I actually look the other way at it is because how difficult would it be?
Yes.
For you to be arguably the greatest of all time at something.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now at a mere, what is he, 50?
He is 50.
At 50 years old, you're not.
I agree.
So I don't think that has anything to do with.
But this isn't a new thing. That's my.
And
his wife.
It started on his downfall.
Well, yeah, like when he got in the one accident and his wife clubbed him with a golf club.
And he had some wins since then, but all his success was prior to all those problems. So when you're the best at something,
right,
and now you're not,
mm-hmm.
that has to be a little bit tough to deal with.
And that is one of these syndromes, what you're describing. So when you're a child actor,
I don't think it has anything. You're that good, and now you're not. So it's like, fuck it. He was looking at his phone. Who has not fucking looked at their phone while they're driving?
Yeah.
He just happens to have a very expensive vehicle and drive fast and is famous. How many other people fucking flip their vehicle and nobody fucking heard a thing about it because they don't have 17 fucking major tournament wins?
Okay, that specific point is fair.
He's a fucking has-been. And he has been a has-been for a while. Now, he's the greatest of all time at his particular craft,
right?
But he's nothing now. He's got a lot of fucking money, so I shouldn't say he's a nothing.
Right.
But in the golf world, he is no longer relevant.
Okay.
Well, he's relevant in that little stupid indoor tournament they have.
Yeah, I mean, as far as influence, he's got a bunch of other things and foundations and all that other stuff. And so that's the question is, when do you transfer your thinking over to like, okay, my time is done. How can I be?
And he doesn't want to be that because I think he wants to be wearing red on a Sunday, winning fucking golf tournaments, and knows he can't do it. So fuck it.
If that's the case, then he's got to grow up, right?
Does he?
Because that's not going to happen.
Or maybe his ultimate goal is to, I ain't got the balls to do it, so I'll just fucking rip it. I'll do 180 passing on the side, hit the man. If I don't fucking wake up, I don't wake up. Yeah. And I'm not making a joke of that. I mean, I'm just, and I'm not even fucking bagging on the guy. I know
you're not.
You're have a fucking problem with.
You're defending him in a way.
I am.
Yeah, I get it. Right.
He was the greatest of all time, and now he's not. That's got to be fucking hard.
I would agree.
Yeah. Hey, I held the fucking bench record at 500 pounds. Now fucking this 22-year-old punk got me beat by 700 got me beat by 200 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the Mike Peters? He used to lift a lot, but not anymore. He doesn't.
I tell you what, I saw some women that probably beat your deadlift record at the competition we were at. I don't know. There were a couple women there that just both you and I were like, holy shit.
Well, yeah, beating my deadlift max is almost like saying you're taller than me. It's like, wow, are you? Wow, you must be a giant. I'm nearly 5'8".
All right, there was a joke. There was a joke there. It was a bad joke. It fell flat on its face.
It didn't fall flat on its face, but I'm just saying I don't have the issue.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, he's fortunate he hasn't killed anybody yet. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Right.
I don't think it's that as big of a deal as everybody's making it out to be, just because I think because he was great at one time,
Right.
he's not. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Yes.
Mike, finish this sentence or fill in the blank in this sentence. There have been blank professional golfers that have removed their pants while hitting a shot from a water hazard while being televised.
2.
4. And the reason I bring this up is James Heath on the DP World Tour. That used to be the European Tour. Got down
another Pornhub movie.
Got down to they're not whitey tighties, but they were maroon tighties. He was playing like crap anyway, so that's why I think he said, fuck it, I'm just going to go to my underwear, and took off his pants, just took them straight off, got down in the water, wiggled his pitching wedge or whatever the hell he was swinging, and took a crack at it. It was a really good shot, by the way. His ball was halfway underwater. It wasn't quite, so that's probably why he actually made an attempt at it. But who were the other 3? You're probably not going to guess, but that's okay.
Tom Watson, Tom Weiskopf, and Bernard Longer.
Close. Actually, I think all 3 of those rolled their pants up at one point, getting into a water hazard, but didn't take their pants off. Henrik Stenson, if you're into golf at all, you've heard of him. Gary Woodland, who just won this last weekend's Houston Open. That's why I brought him up. And Wesley Bryant. So now Stenson
I wasn't close at all.
No, you weren't. But Stenson has done it apparently multiple times. I think he's done it 4 times. Just shucked his pants and grabbed the club he needed to grab. And
do they take their shoes off?
Oh, yeah. So
you can't play golf with wet pants?
Well, they just don't want mud all over them, apparently.
Does that better your shot?
I have no idea. I'm telling you what, I'm not taking my pants off. I'll have mud all over my pants. The pants will dry. They're all, moisture wicking pants. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I tell you what, though, he was playing like crap. He was 4 over par. He shot a 77, so you might as well advertise the thighs.
There you go.
All right, that's it for Mike. Finish this sentence.
All right. All right. Hopefully I haven't got rusty in my week off. What's my record? Started off with that.
35, 26, and 1. That's 56.5%. 35, 26, and 1.
What percent?
56.5%.
All right. Bring it.
Now, this is from Larry.
We're down to 38 weeks to go.
Yep. This is from Larry, a.k.a. Grandpa Blackhawk. His birthday is on
August 28th, 1960.
Wow. All right, there you go. That's a winner right there. So it's number
28?
28.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Bit of a softball. Not going to lie. E.T. phone home.
Yeah, there's got to be a better. Well, but if it's the line, it's the line. I was going to say, I mean, there's got to be a.
In that era and the effect that it had on.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm not even questioning where it ranks. In fact, you would think that would even be a little higher than 28. I'm just saying for the sake of our contest because.
Yeah.
I mean.
That's.
Yeah, so obviously it's.
If I would have went.
Doesn't even qualify as a softball. That's like almost a. That's like on the what is the $50,000 Gene Rayburn,
right.
The $50,000 pyramid when you're like when you're trying to describe basketball and the person would give the clue is they bounce the ball because
right.
Basketball you can't say the word ball. I mean now
if I would have just said phone home, you still would have gotten it.
I still would have got it, but nonetheless. Now, the only thing is you could probably get me on a technicality here. Is the movie E.T. or is it technically E.T. the extraterrestrial?
Both.
Okay, so.
You could,
all right,
yes.
All right, so I'm taking the win for that.
Yeah. 100% win.
Right.
Now.
36, 26, and 1. I would say I wanted 30%. Now
What
I'm
year?
shooting for 40%. All right. E.T.
What year?
I graduated 85. Never saw it. It was after Star Wars. Well, Star Wars was like 78. So. 1987.
82.
God damn it. I knew it was closer to Star Wars. Star Wars was 78, 79, and then E.T. came out 82. All right.
Yep. There you go.
36, 26, and 1. So now I got to fucking up my game. Well, geez. So 36, 26 is 50, 62, 63. There's 37 to go. I got to be able to go 7 and 30.
Well, think about it.
I got to get to 43%.
Oh, there's several. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure there's also several that I've never even heard of.
yeah. I'm going to guess you're going to stay right around 50%, plus or minus.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Rhett Butler, Gone with the Wind. Here's looking at you, kid. Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca. Those are 1 and 3, 1 and 2 in that range. So I got 2 more there. That's 38.
Yeah. Yep. The heartbeat or lack of tells us
It's time for next one to die. I was a little disappointed you didn't go with Chuck Norris as the top dog last week.
well, I
You
mean,
put him in the middle. Even though I was never a Chuck Norris fan.
yeah.
And it was funny. It was funny.
I would have put
funny.
him there.
Liz and I were driving home, and you were doing the Chuck Norris jokes, and like 5, 6, it was, and then let's say you did 11. On 11, I said, "Okay, Dave, that's enough," and you said, "Okay, you get the picture." I mean, it was legit. Like
Right.
Whether it was the 8th joke, I said, "Okay, Dave, that's enough," and the 8th was the last one.
Right.
If it was a 77th joke, I said, "Okay, Dave, that's enough."
Yeah.
And the 77th was like, it was just fucking weird how I said, "Okay." I
read your mind.
I said to Liz, I said, "Okay, Dave, that's enough." And that was the last Chuck Norris joke. But anyway, all right. 2 I wanted to mention. Therefore, I had to put somebody on as a third. And again, Jake did send a number of, and I'm like, yeah, these people wouldn't make the list on my guests on the block. 2 did, so I had to kind of come up with the one. So, all right, the first one, Christopher North, 75 years old. He was a keyboardist and founding member of the band Ambrosia. How Much I Feel. I know you know that song. How much I feel for you, honey. All right. Number 2, Barrett. And there's an asterisk. There's a disclaimer here. The NOTD vetting department worked overtime. We paid a lot of overtime money to investigate this claim.
Okay.
And we have not found anything that ruled him out yet. Because it's here when you'll know what I'm talking about when. All right, so Barrett Robbins, 52 years old. He was an all-pro center for the, was it the Oakland Raiders or the Los Angeles Raiders? Anyway, for the Raiders, and he was unfortunately best known for being missing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For the Super Bowl.
Right.
And Coach Callahan actually suspended him for that game that the Raiders lost, like 38-21 or whatever it was that they lost. And he's had a history of mental health and bipolar issues. But his wife told Tim Brown, and Tim Brown released that he died in his sleep.
Yeah.
A little sauce at 52. So the vetting department is working overtime for its due diligence. And number 1, Joey Browner, 65, cause of death undetermined at this point. And by the way, Christopher North died of throat cancer. Joey Browner, 3-time All-Pro, defensive back for the Minnesota Vikings, played 9 of 10 years with the Vikings, finished in 1992 with Tampa Bay, and he played his college career at the University of Southern California when USC was a member of the Pac-10, not the Big Ten.
Gotcha.
And Joey Browner was a fucking beast. I mean, he was a badass. He was like
I remember him.
was like a Ronnie Lott, Jack Tatum type DB, and he died at 65. So rest in peace to those three, and more to come on Barrett Robbins. And hopefully he did just peacefully die in his sleep.
Right.
Maybe the demons finally won out, and he just said, you know what? I fought the good fight. I'm going to shut her down. And
run the race, and I'm done.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
All right. 2 things left here.
Yep.
Well, let's go. All right, since we've both traveled, if a presidential candidate ran and used either of these platforms, I'd vote for him or her in a heartbeat. Number 1 being, I work today, I work tomorrow, and then I'm off for 4 days. A 2-day work week. If that's your plan, I'm going to vote for you.
Yeah.
And number 2, if you instituted a no carry-on on your flight, I'm voting for you. Your fucking backpack is oversized. There's not room for it. You're putting shit up in the bins overhead, constantly going to get shit out of it. If someone is terrified of flying, as myself, can fly 8 hours with nothing, the fucking airline shoves food and drink down your fucking throat on an 8-hour flight.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like, oh, God, I'm not even that hungry, but I'm going to fucking take it because it's free. Do you know anything to drink? No, I got to piss that so bad. Yeah, give me a cup of coffee. So they're keeping you busy. You got fucking movie, music, games, this, that, and the other thing. You don't need, I don't, you want to, if you're running for president and give me a 2-day work week and no carry-ons allowed on an airplane, you got my vote.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't care what else is on your docket.
Right.
You've got my vote.
Right.
So fuck everybody and their backpacks and their carry-on. It's like that fucking thing that qualifies as carry-on is bigger than my check bag.
Yeah, and those international.
And then you're going to sit in the stupid fuck. It's like, okay, get the fucking thing out of the overhead.
Yeah.
I want to get off this fucking plane because I have to piss.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just like, fucking get it out. Fuck.
Those overhead compartments on the international flights are massive. You can put a body up in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why do you need to? Like, what do you need on that flight? There's a fucking bathroom, and they put food and drink down. What do you need on that flight?
No, I don't know. Anything that can't fit under. What do you need that can't fit underneath the seat in front of you? Yeah. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
All I had was my jacket.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You could take the carry-on, put it up there. You also are allowed a bag that you can sit down underneath your feet.
I don't think you should bring any of it on.
Yeah. Right.
That would speed things up.
Yeah.
Immensely.
So it's funny you mentioned that.
All right.
Because what did you call them for you guys? The city jumpers or the city hopper. So this one that I was on is more of we call it a puddle jumper because it goes just across Lake Michigan, right? So even your carry-ons, they were telling people, hey, 10 inches. That's all you have on this plane. It's just a puddle jumper. I mean, I think it's a DC-7 or I don't know what it is. It's not It's not one of those little teeny tiny ones.
Right.
But it's a commercial airliner. But they were kept telling people over and over and over again, if your bag cannot squish down to 10 inches, right? We have to check this thing. It will not fit in the overhead.
I would have said, how can I get on this plane?
And so everybody had to have their bags. I don't know how many people, and for whatever reason, I mean, we weren't thinking because we were a little late getting to our plane leaving. Now I don't pack much. So my carry-ons got down to 10 inches, and it just did. And it was fine, and it fit in the overhead. Shelly's did not. So, but the person that was checking us in, checking the QR code on our boarding passes, just didn't even flinch. Just Shelly put her thing up there, boop, let her go. And then hers has got more stuff in it than mine. And we get in there, and there was no way in hell that thing was fitting up above. No, not a chance. So then I end up shucking it off the plane along with, I don't know how many other people. You know what I mean? When you got people coming on and you're trying to get off to take this bag to put it where you were supposed to put it in the beginning, it was just a mess. So, Delta, get your shit together. Either switch the overhead things that will fit bags these days.
See, I don't that.
I know you disagree with it.
Right,
you just
so
said that.
Right. So,
I'm just saying, but if you're going to allow it, like, do something about it. Either switch the overhead size, because this plane was obviously some of the molding. I've got a picture of it. I'm thinking maybe I'll try to get a free flight out of it somehow. A couple pieces of molding that were just kind of like drooping off of this, the interior of the plane. Doesn't really give you a full confidence, when you're sitting in there, especially when it's windy. And I told you about the turbulence, etc. But the other thing is, I mean, really, we should have just put the pink tags on it and just shucked it under the plane anyway, because we didn't need them, to your point. And it was such a pain in the ass. That's my one FU. My other FU is to the iPhone 17. I don't know if anybody else has an iPhone 17 out there. This damn thing, every time I touch, just very faintly touch the edge of the phone, something happens that I don't want to have happen. It's so hypersensitive, and maybe there's a setting that I can put in there or get into the phone to make it not so sensitive. But even the pictures, when I'm scrolling through pictures and my thumb accidentally just touches the side just a little bit, it'll scroll to whenever I started putting pictures in my phone in 2014 or something along those lines. It'll just, and then I got to sit there and scroll for a minute and a half to try to get it back to, I don't know what the hell's going on. But the iPhone 17 is starting to piss me off. And on the side, they've got a camera button. So if you just grab your phone, you hit that accidentally, and now your phone's in camera mode, and I didn't want it in camera mode. So now I got to undo it in camera mode and go back to what I was doing. And if it's time sensitive, I'm pissed off.
Damn it.
I know.
I don't have an iPhone, so I can't empathize.
So to the engineers, I mean, the technology in the iPhone 17 is amazing, but to the engineers that thought this was going to be good stuff and like, oh, hey, this will be great. People could just faintly touch the side of their phone and like all the shit will happen. Well, no, that's dumb.
Okay.
All right.
I understand.
That's my FU.
I'm an Android guy.
I know.
What do I know? All right. Let's wrap this up, Dave.
All right.
Either or. Well, it was almost an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
Or a day. Try 128 years.
Ooh. The second one, the title's more intriguing because of the 128 years.
Okay.
All right.
So, the Seattle Mariners, going back to the Major League Baseball talk, the Seattle Mariners, in their first two baseball games, became the first team since stats were recorded of this nature since 18 1998 to play their first 2 baseball games without a single. And I think Seattle I think Seattle actually won 1 or 2 of the games. They did not have a single. Every hit they had was a double, triple, or homer. They did not have a single the first 2 games of their season, which is the first time that's happened since 1898, which is
we
when
just
that
got
stat
done
was
talking
recorded.
about that, so I don't understand. I don't believe that. Out of the first 2 games without a single.
They didn't have a single. They had, again, folks.
They're the only team in the first 2 games that didn't have a
since
single.
1898. They didn't have a single. They had doubles, triples, homers, but no singles. So the folks have to hear me out on this because I know the folks get antsy when we are.
I don't know what AI they're pulling all this data from, but I'm just like, I gotta believe there's been another shitty baseball team that has not had a single in the first 2 games.
So you're saying there were no hit,
Um.
and no team was.
Well, maybe there was. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so it would have been last Thursday.
Huh. I don't know. That's crazy to me. Because you're saying like 10,000 games you were putting out there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Ish. 10,000-ish.
on Thursday they lost to the Guardians 6-4. They had 6 hits.
Huh.
And it was a double and 5 homers.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking of. I'm wrapping my head around just hits, but hits could be doubles, triples.
And,
They had 6 hits.
they had 6 hits, a double, and 5 homers. And then
Welcome to 2026 baseball.
Friday, they beat the Guardians 5-1. Had 3 hits, a triple, and 2 homers.
Shit.
So they did not have a single in their first 2 games.
Wow. All right.
I think that's fucking pretty amazing. A double, a triple, and 6 homers in 2 games. No singles.
No singles.
So anyway,
Feast or famine.
and they won both games. So
Yeah.
ironically enough.
Yeah. Good for
All right.
them.
I think they did. Maybe it was 1-1. Who cares? All right. Ready to rate this?
I am.
Are you ready to rate OJ? And by the way, folks, that's OH/hyphen, whatever you want to call it, J, the letter J. My favorite of the night, amazing. Wish I had plenty more. I went 4.17. This was fucking amazing.
I don't know. I wrote my rating down, and it's not that. Let me take another pull.
I love this. This is for those looking. Oh fuck! I still have more on the can. What the hell? For those want to look for that, that is the can. Oh, Jay.
This has got some like you tend to say, like some suntan lotion, a little bit of that. I'm getting a little bit of butt.
Oh, I get. This is angry. It's just like
That's what it is. There you go. I'll give you that. I'll give you angry.
This is. You go to Tiger. Regulators, mount up.
I'll give you that. All right. You like peer pressured me into like changing my rating.
Well, don't change it if you don't like
Well,
it.
that's the first time I've changed it. It's fine. It's like, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I'm not sure.
If you went from a
4.17. Holy shit.
if you went from a 1.9 to a 5.
No. I went 3.25 to a 3.52.
All right. I think you still undersold it. I think this is a 3.52 on episode 12. But I really love this. I'm going to go back to Opperman's.
Figure out what this is about. Why?
I'm going to go back to Opperman's and see if I can't score some more of this. But I only saw the 2 cans. So, and what I mentioned when I introduced the beer, Lone Pine Brewing Company, a regional brewery in Portland, Maine. 51.7 thousand people checked in on this beer. That's a pretty good sized check-in.
That is.
Some of the fucking beers that I rated on tap from Belgium, 463,000. Them Belgians love that on tap.
Oh, they love their beer.
And they love that on tap, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, closer to me than to you, but between the two of us, 4.05. So, what else you got for me, David?
I'm done. I've got that. I'm all tapped out.
All right.
Yes.
And you had one. You did okay on the close.
Yeah.
There was.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. He's doing numbers, folks. He's doing numbers.
You didn't say 8.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
Well, folks, thanks for the tens of thousands watching live and the millions and millions listening. Follow us on Facebook, Flights Football, anything else. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put posts periodically, not as often as we should because we're fucking two old losers. But when we put a post out there, comment. Tell us we suck. Say this is the worst fucking show ever. And I'm going to call bullshit on that because there's got to be shows that are worse.
Yeah, agreed.
At least one or two.
One or two, a couple.
But anyway, like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube like Eric Thompson. Thanks, Eric Thompson. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show, my friend. But anyway, as I look down at the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.